You ever had one of those Fridays where you just chillin' on the porch? No job, no money, and somehow the whole block's drama lands right in your lap? Yeah, that's exactly what went down in Friday, 1995. This wasn't just a movie. It was the culture. Craig and Smokey holding it down, Deebo riding around snatching chains, Big Worm stressing folks over some weed money, and Miss Parker out there watering the lawn like she knew the whole neighborhood was watching. Welcome to The Silent Gossiper. Today we're taking it back to the OG Hood Classic Friday and checking in on the cast, then and now in 2025. Smokey, played by 23-year-old Chris Tucker, was that one homie everybody knew. The funny one, the loud one, the dude who could make the whole block laugh, but also the one who'd get you in trouble. That's Smokey all day. In Friday, 1995, he wasn't just Craig's sidekick, he was the life of the porch. Talking a mile a minute, chasing girls, hiding from Big Worm after smoking up the stash, and still cracking jokes like nothing was wrong. That's why he hit so hard. Chris Tucker made him unforgettable. The faces, the timing, the energy, it was all perfect. And even though he blew up with Rush Hour and The Fifth Element and never came back for the sequels, fans never stopped asking for Smokey. Now 54, Chris is still a legend. But no matter how big his career got, Smokey will always be that hilarious homie from around the way. The one who made Friday a classic. Up next, we have Craig Jones, the heart of Friday. Played by a 25-year-old Ice Cube, Craig is just that regular dude trying to chill after losing his job, but somehow the whole block's drama lands in his lap. He's not wild like Smokey, not scary like Deebo, he's the one caught in the middle. From Big Worm threatening him, to Deebo trying to punk him, trouble kept finding Craig. But what made him so real is that he felt like somebody we all knew. Laid back, cool, but not afraid to throw hands when pushed. And when he finally stood up to Deebo, that moment became iconic. Cube didn't just play Craig. He co-wrote Friday. He took the stories, the laughs, the struggle, and made them feel authentic. After that, he built an empire with movies, music, and even the Big Three League. Now 56, Ice Cube is a cultural icon. But for so many of us, he'll always be Craig. The man on the porch who proved you don't have to be loud to be strong. And that sometimes the calmest one in the room is the one holding it all together. Let's talk about Deebo for a minute. The neighborhood bully, the boogeyman on a bike, the dude everybody ducked when they saw him coming. Played by Tommy Tiny Lister, Deebo wasn't just a character. He was a force. You didn't mess with him. You didn't argue with him. You didn't even breathe too loud around him. Because if Deebo wanted your bike, your chain, or even your lunch, guess what? It was his now. What made Deebo so unforgettable is that he was both terrifying and kind of hilarious. The way everyone scattered the second he showed up, or that moment when Smokey whispered, "Deebo coming," and cats just vanished like smoke? Pure comedy gold. But under all that tough guy energy, there was this rawness that made him feel real. Every neighborhood had a Deebo, that one guy who lived to intimidate. Tiny Lister was 37 when he stepped into the role, and man, he nailed it. But here's the thing. Off-screen, he was the total opposite. Known as a gentle giant with a huge heart, he loved giving back and was always cracking jokes. Sadly, we lost him in 2020 at just 62 years old, and it hit fans hard. Because Deebo wasn't just a movie villain, he became part of our culture. And then we have Debbie, Craig's girl and the neighborhood heartthrob, played by the one and only Nia Long. Let's be real. Debbie was hot. She wasn't just pretty, she had that natural glow, that confidence, that don't mess with me, but I'll still smile at you type of energy. Every dude watching Friday back in 95 had a crush on her, no question. Here's a fun fact. Nia Long actually landed the role of Debbie after Ice Cube saw her in Boys in the Hood. Cube knew she was perfect for the part. And he wasn't wrong. She brought the beauty, the attitude, and that little spark that made Debbie more than just the girlfriend character. What really made her stand out is how real she felt. Debbie was fine, yes, but she was also cool, grounded, and she didn't let anybody, not even Deebo, push her around. That scene where she stood up to him? Classic. Nia Long was just 25 at the time, but she came in and made Debbie unforgettable. And from there, her career blew up. Love Jones, Soul Food, The Best Man, Big Mama's House. She became one of the queens of black cinema. Now 54, she's still killing it, still gorgeous, and still reminding us why Debbie will forever be that dream girl from the block. Up next, we got Willie Jones, Craig's Pops, played by the one and only John Witherspoon. Now let's be real, Pops was everybody's daddy and uncle rolled into one. He was loud, he was outrageous, and half the time you didn't know if he was teaching you a life lesson or just talking nonsense. Remember him yelling through the bathroom door? Or telling Craig to use his fists instead of a gun? That's classic Pops right there. Back in 1995, Witherspoon was 53, and he played the role so naturally because that's who he was in real life. Funny without even trying. He had that old head energy we all know, the type of dad who'd embarrass you in front of your friends, but also drop gems when you least expected it. And beyond Friday, John Witherspoon was everywhere. The Wayans Bros, Boomerang, voicing Granddad in the Boondocks. He was a staple in the culture, the kind of comedian who made you laugh so hard you had tears in your eyes. But here's the sad part. We lost John Witherspoon in 2019 at 77 years old. And it hurt, because it felt like losing family. Pops wasn't just a character, he was that familiar funny presence that reminded us of home, of cookouts, of real black dads who loved you in their own crazy way. To this day, nobody says bang, bang, bang without smiling and thinking of him. Pops may be gone, but his spirit, that mix of comedy, wisdom, and pure foolishness, will always live on. Up next, we've got Anna Maria Horsford, and if you grew up on Friday, you know her as Mrs. Jones, Craig's mama. Now listen, Mrs. Jones was that mama everybody could relate to. Loving but no nonsense, funny without even trying, and always keeping the house together while dealing with two grown men who acted like overgrown kids. The way she'd roll her eyes at Willie Jones or check Craig when he started getting slick. Classic mama energy. What made her so perfect in the role is that she felt real. Like you could see your own mama in her. She was warm, she was funny, and she had that quiet strength that balanced out all the wildness happening around her. She wasn't yelling and doing too much. She'd just hit you with that look, and you knew to chill. Anna Maria Horsford was 47 when she played Mrs. Jones. But here's the thing. Her career was already deep. From Amen to the Wayans Bros, she was one of those faces we grew up with on TV. She had this gift of making every role feel familiar, like you'd known her your whole life. Now at 77, she's still out here, respected and loved in the culture. People see her and instantly smile, because she gave us a character that wasn't just funny, but felt like family. Mrs. Jones wasn't just Craig's mama, she was our mama too. Next on our list is Miss Parker. And let's just keep it real. When she stepped out in those booty shorts, watering that lawn like it was the hottest day of the year, the whole hood stopped breathing for a second. That wasn't just a neighbor, that was a walking daydream. She knew exactly what she was doing, bending over just enough, flashing that smile, making Craig and Smokey damn near trip over themselves. And listen, I ain't even gonna lie. I've been thirsty for Miss Parker since day one. If I was Craig, man, I'd have been over there fixing sprinklers, unclogging sinks, washing cars that didn't even need washing. Miss Parker had that aura, that vibe, where you just knew every dude on the block had to fight the urge to say something slick. Kathleen Bradley, the queen who played her, was 44 at the time, looking like she reversed time itself. And now at 74, she still looks amazing, still carrying that same grace. But those booty shorts? Legendary. They turned Miss Parker into a cultural icon. Every hood had a Miss Parker, that fine, unattainable neighbor that everybody crushed on. Up next, we got Dana Jones, Craig's little sister, played by the one and only Regina King. Dana was that sharp-tongued little sister we all recognize, the one who wasn't about to let her brother slide on anything. Working as a hairstylist at the beauty parlor, she was grinding, handling her own business, and at the same time rolling her eyes at Craig like, "Boy, I am sick of your mess." Just 24 at the time, and she already had that natural presence that made you believe every word she said. Even though Dana didn't have the most screen time, she left a mark, because Regina always had that gift of making even the smallest roles unforgettable. Now fast forward, Regina King became one of the most respected women in Hollywood. From Boys in the Hood, to Poetic Justice, to winning an Oscar for If Beale Street Could Talk, to even stepping behind the camera as a director. She's truly one of our greats, no question about it. But you can't talk about Regina without feeling the weight of what she's been through. In 2022, she tragically lost her only son, Ian, and that pain is something no parent should ever have to carry. Now 54, she's still standing, still powerful, still admired, but also carrying that loss with grace. And it just reminds us, behind all the awards and roles, Regina King is human. She's family to the culture. She'll always be Dana from Friday, but she's also a woman we lift up with love and respect for everything she's endured. Up next is Big Worm, the man you never ever want to owe money to. Played by 27-year-old Faison Love, Worm wasn't just some random dealer on the block. This guy ran the neighborhood, collected debts, and made sure everyone knew their place. He wasn't the type you could dodge or try to talk your way out of. If you owed him, he was coming for you. And that's exactly what happened with Smokey. Big Worm had given him a bag to move. Simple, straightforward. But Smokey being Smokey, he decided to puff some of it instead. Now, he wasn't just late on his hustle. He was about to feel the full wrath of Big Worm. Faison Love brought Big Worm to life with a mix of menace and charisma that made him feel real. He wasn't a cartoon villain. He was a product of the block. Even in a few short scenes, he made the stakes feel high, made the audience laugh, and made you understand why nobody wanted to be on his bad side. Now 57, Faison Love has had a long career, from Mr. Bones to Couples Retreat. But for fans, Big Worm will always be the guy who made Smokey sweat, kept the block in check, and turned one little mistake into pure, unforgettable tension. Now let's talk about Felicia. Man, if there was ever a character in Friday that made you laugh and feel sorry at the same time, it was her. Felicia was that neighbor always knocking at the door asking to borrow something. Your car, your stereo, even your last joint. And underneath the jokes you could see it. She was hooked on drugs, and that struggle was real. Played by Angela Means, Felicia became more than just a side character. She became a symbol. That one line, "Bye Felicia," turned into one of the biggest catchphrases in the culture. But here's the thing. While the world laughed, Angela carried that role with her for decades. People didn't always separate her from Felicia, and it stuck with her in ways most of us can't imagine. Angela Means was just 31 back then, and she gave that role a rawness that was too real. And now at 61, she's lived a full life beyond the movie, doing comedy, cooking, even running her own business. But no matter what, folks still remember her as Felicia. And honestly, it hits different when you think about it, because behind every "Bye Felicia" joke, there's a story about addiction, about struggle, and about how the hood had too many Felicias in real life. Angela gave us a character we'll never forget, and for that, she deserves her flowers. Pastor Clever, played by 38-year-old Bernie Mac in Friday, is one of the film's most unforgettable figures. He was more than just a familiar face on the block. He was the preacher, the man who was supposed to keep folks in line. But let's be real, this man wasn't exactly holy. Pastor Clever had a serious double standard. He'd be chewing on Miss Parker, making the guys swoon, all while preaching about respect, morality, and the right way to live. Craig and Smokey weren't blind. They saw it. And that's what made him hilarious, relatable, and pure Bernie Mac energy. He was a preacher with a wink, a smile, and a whole lot of personality. Bernie brought Pastor Clever to life in a way only he could. Calm but commanding, funny but intimidating, smooth but sly, he owned every scene. You laughed, you shook your head, and you respected the man all at once. Even in a small role, Bernie made you feel the weight of Clever's presence and the chaos of his charm. Pastor Clever may have been flawed, but that's what made him human. And that's what made Bernie Mac legendary. Sadly, we lost him in 2008, but his energy, charisma, and unmatched comedic timing live on. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane with Friday. If you enjoyed this look at the iconic cast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more classic movie deep dives. Which character from the block made the biggest impression on you? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, this has been The Silent Gossiper, where we bring the past to life, one frame at a time. See you soon.